All right, April 20th, workout breakdown, cardio day. The warm up, I do think often gets overlooked. I do not talk about it frequently, but everything on here, guys, is up here for a reason. I've enhanced it and changed it over the years. I still make minor changes constantly to all the different focuses, but keep in mind, like, this stuff is there for a reason. It is likely the most beneficial things you can do leading up to whatever it is we're about to do, and it's very individual. I put a lot of these things up here just like based off of things you may be dealing with on an individual level, but for the most part kind of encompasses everything that's going on and all the best movements to get you situated for the workout ahead. Now, if there's anything on here you guys don't know, like, obviously ask. Like, I think a lot of people have gotten very comfortable just coming in and kind of just like talking, kind of picking their legs up, maybe doing a hamstring stretch. Like, we want to get in the habit of doing the things on the monitor and just slowly be creating a role that when you walk in, it doesn't kill your social life. You can still talk the whole time, but you can do more productive stuff relative to what it is we're about to do. Core EMOM is the first block. It's 10 minutes. And people should be familiar with this. Keep in mind, I try to do this 2 times a month. I feel very strongly about this, not just like trunk strength, but the ability to stabilize through your trunk, activate your trunk, and use it to transition power as like a conduit for the rest of your body. Like, these workouts are awesome. They're hyper efficient. And knowing that we do them 2 times a month gives you opportunity to track and be precise. And the more structured you are, the more repetitive you are, the better chance you have of being progressive, which is what we're all looking for. We're looking to get better. So not just like the exercise you're picking, but the precision on the rep count in which you're choosing for something like this, which is capacity work, right? And a quick example is like, if I've been doing tuck-ups and I've been doing 15 a minute and I can do it for 10 minutes, like, is it time for me to advance to a V-up? Maybe not necessarily. Like, you could always go to 18 tuck-ups a minute and just see what happens, right? You don't always have to just immediately jump to the next movement to get better. You just want to work on the capacity and your ability to do more in X amount of time. So, second time this month for that. Now, the 4-minute EMOM, 9 rounds, 36 minutes. This is going to fall under the endurance type of category, but it's not. I don't think it's technically endurance. There's too much ping-ponging going on. This is definitely capacity work. High leverage, high intensity work right here, like incredibly efficient stuff. But I know it's not everybody's favorite thing. And I think the main thing I hear from people over the years is people just get bored when we do longer duration intervals. And I'm going to push back on that. I've never fully understood the concept of getting bored. Like, if you're paying attention to, the time crunch you're in, like, you're racing a clock, right? You have to pay attention to thresholds and splits. You have to pay attention to output. You have to pay attention to your composure and your heart rate. You have to, there's so many things you're paying attention to in each individual interval. I've never fully understood I'm bored. Like, and if you're bored, that makes me think that you're checked out. You're not paying attention to any of these data signs or time signs or timestamps. And you're just kind of thinking of like what you're going to do later in the day or the next round, which we have to be focused on each individual round here for this to go well and for you to get as much out of this as possible. And let me be very clear, like, these workouts right here, they don't need to be complicated. Like, this is as good as it gets in terms of increasing your aerobic floor, increasing your VO2 max, working on your lactic threshold, working on your capacity limits. Like, this is it. Like, this is what you need to do. It's more of the effort you put into it, not what it's consistent of. So the running, the biking, the skiing, like, treat each one of these as its own individual game. You're going to do 3 rounds of each one of these, but you're going to alternate. So you're going to go from the treadmill to the bike to the ski erg. Massive range in calories here. It has to be in a group setting, unfortunately, right? We have all different variables in terms of performance and conditioning. So your goal is to pick whatever you think is the highest calorie count you can achieve in the 4 minutes on the treadmill, likewise on the bike, and on the ski erg. Once you've determined that, after round number 1, because very few people probably even know what that number is, precisely, you're probably going to you should be making adjustments going into round number 2, hopefully adjusting up. Now, that being said, if you did aim high out of the gate, like, you might be adjusting down, like, that's completely appropriate. But your goal eventually is to get as close to 60 on each one of these as you physically can. I think some of you guys are going to, like, scoff at that right now. Like, I say that with a grain of salt. Like, if you're getting 35, like, that's fantastic. Like, you don't have to assume 60 is like the gold standard. It's not. 60 is insane. There's nobody in our studio doing 60 of every single one of these, just to be very clear. So when I say as close to 60, like, your goal is just to be higher than 20 is your ultimate goal, right? So again, you can pick different calorie counts for each one of these. in a perfect world down the road, not that we're ever going to do this enough. I'm not going to turn this into a baseline, although now we're talking about it could become a baseline. This would be an awesome baseline, but I think we have enough endurance baselines, but we'll see. Who knows? TBD. But your goal is to pick the same calorie count, so let's just use 40, and do 40, 40, 40 on all three pieces of equipment and start to level the playing field on your ability and your expectations on all the pieces of equipment in the gym. That being said, I don't think that's going to happen. I think most of us are a lot stronger on one than the other, or two of them, and we're really weak on the other one. But as a lot of you guys know, like, I'm really big about being good at everything and not great at anything, and I don't like it when we become too polarizing on one piece of equipment, and I try to keep it as level as possible. And I think that's why these workouts are really awesome, because you can kind of start to find out and highlight the glaring deficiencies you have on a particular piece of equipment when you line it up like this. So 36 consecutive minutes, it's a fantastic cardio day. This is going to be insanely difficult if you do it correctly. But again, that level of intensity is so valuable. It's hard to even talk about it. The list is incredibly long as to what it offers you from a physical and a mental standpoint. So I hope people don't see this and bow out of this video. I was concerned about it, but I decided to go forward with it. So hopefully more people just kind of like show up, bite the bullet, and let's see what we can do.